Very often today, curating, for example, I'm a curator, is being misunderstood as name dropping. And I still take curating as a very little Latin sense of curare, to taking care of. And taking care of can be unfolding in two ways. It could be to say, I'm cultivating a garden, I'm cultivating a garden, and I want to foresee what's happening. But maybe lots of practitioners that you invited are more in the spirit of seed bombing. To be generous with seeds, to spread them around, and then to see in how far the local soil, the environment, the climate will develop these seeds that have been bombed everywhere.
I always say the difference between today and 10,000 years ago is maybe the technical tools, but our intuitions and our senses are still the same, right?
Everything is happening in this small scale on micro-performativity and molecular sculpturing, but the drama of life and death is the same.
In Portugal, we say that the water is soft, you know, the sea water, but the wave hits so many times the rock that it finally drills and finds a way of making a little bit of a hole. So I think we're all finding little holes.
This sounds weird, but art is not innocent.
Even though bioart has been with us for a while now, it is to be considered one of the newest media of new media art, and it's still reshaping and being redefined.
We're always joking that somehow it's a niche as well within the art sectors. But apparently we are put into media art because bio is also a kind of media.
When we started in early 90s with showing the artworks where artists were thematizing or problematizing the coexistence with humans and emerging technologies from that time.
We witnessed sort of traversion from genetic art first, or from computer arts to genetic arts, and then tissue engineering that came into the field of art.
Techno fascination actually ceased to exist. We overgrown it.
And then afterwards, like today, we can see that there are many approaches which are involved in ecological issues.
I always use the term biohacking. There's always a question, is it biohacking, is it bioart, is it art and science?
Also, we heard about the term microperformativity, which also relates to that a moment of coexistence with other living beings, and actually how they're also taking performance in our actions and what we are doing.
Microperformativity, that means the very agency acknowledged of non-human agencies, and how for this inherent technical agencies of non-human actors is being used by artists.
And what it takes to witness this drama of life that artists are actually wanted to show.
Co-living of different species in the same environment, and how we establish these connections, how we actually support each other.
So it's not to empower humans directly to rule everything around us, but actually to empower humans with another kind of knowledge and insight, and therefore sensibility toward the other, which it's necessary if we want to keep our planet alive.
During the symposium, I also had the opportunity to do a practical hands-on workshop on Donau, connecting one of the main topics, I would say, in bioart, with the art itself and sciences also, the ecology, through practical exploration of the environment, using both scientific and artistical methodological approach.
Being at the workshop yesterday at the riverside, where we practiced somatic encounters together with DIY bio approaches, was really nice, because we emphasized our own intuitions, our body knowledge, our senses, and all the tools that we inherit, that we are possessing with our bodies.
In my opinion, hands-on approach to these kind of topics and to learning in general is the best way to approach and to explore something really new.
I think the role of a bio-artist is to always mention those borders as well, to talk about, hey, what is the body, what is the environment, like what is organic matter, like where are the laws around it, where do we transgress those borders between as well.
How we can think about these relations, and how we can also get aware of the presence of all these living beings that are living not only around us in the environment, but also on us and in us, and how we also exchange this micro world, so to say, and we're all part of the same systems.
It became evident how it's impossible to approach bioart and biomediality only from the perspective of one discipline.
It's so hard to work in bioart, so hard to work in these fields, because you have to be able of understanding research. You have to be able of reading a scientific paper. So that demands at least elasticity in the character.
Now we have artists who get familiar with these practices, the environments that, for instance, the scientists work in, such as laboratories. They also get equipment, because it's quite easy to get, and this was also here very well shown, so that we have different sorts of do-it-yourself, do-it-together approaches.
In the bioarts, we try to get people up to speed on really complicated issues, technically, but also on the level of, now you can make an intelligent decision without an expert, right? So like demystifying science so that people can make up their own mind. You're not there to tell them what to think. If you're doing that, you're advertising. That's design. Or worse, it's propaganda.
In that sense, I think, of course, it shows that there is a mission of art today to be here and to be innovative, because I don't know who is going to be the innovative person of tomorrow. It's going to be the artist, right?
So, what are artists doing? They're opening up a wider range, a wider field of emotive feeling and interaction with the mind in a philosophical sense, without preaching, without demanding that people think in one specific way. So it's open-ended, but it's also chaotic.
And art can really bring not only new insights and maybe some subversion, so to say, of some dominant ideologies, but it also can bring together practices that are maybe in a regular sense rather divided.
I find it refreshing to explore new kind of cultures, countries that are engaging with the subject matter in a very particular form. And especially the Balkans are interesting because you have a large history of ecologically based art, of performance art that involves also natural environments, ecology, and also, of course, body art.
Coming to the Balkans is always confusing for me because I ask a lot of questions and I learn more than I knew before, and therefore I know less of the real situation because it's endlessly, infinitely confusing. But also, that is the essence and the seat of culture itself. And unfortunately, and fortunately, emanating from this area is all of world history. It's confusing, so it's confusing.
And of course, in each location you come, you would like to be finding this kind of particularity, that there is not a kind of importation of international expertise or international thought, but that it just fructifies local impetus and local competences.
Okay, so the BioAwakening BioArt Forum, I found it to be intriguing, although some people seem to be trying to teach Serbia how to rise in the world of art and science, and I'm not sure that this Balkan area needs to be taught anything. Like, I don't think that this is a recovering from this or recovering from that place. I think this is a contemporary place.
So possibility to have symposiums such as this, connecting all of these early pioneers from the bioart field, and to have them to represent their own views on bioart, it's really amazing for the audience, but for us also, to be able to compare and to redefine, reshape, and contribute to evolution of this field of new media art.
The lineup, let me pause. You might want to cut all that out. You don't have to keep all that. So I'm going to say it again in a different way. The lineup of BioAwakening was world class. I mean, everyone that was invited to this forum, everyone that's on the roster, represents sort of almost the old guard. We're not totally old yet, but like a really nicely curated range of people that are involved in quite a lot of art and science, quite a lot of art and biology, quite a lot of bioart. And you had some big name bioartists, but also big name bioart theorists. And many of us know each other, so it's a little incestuous. But on the other hand, I was like, oh, these are the OGs of bioart, not just Balkan bioart, but these are some OGs of the whole bioart scene.
So for me, it's particularly challenging to imagine in how far the seeds that are planted during such an event are spreading, and maybe in a very different way according to the local ecosystem. And I feel that this is a little bit what the event is providing, to have a high level of international input with people having a great deal of expertise, but hooking them up with a large range of society with cultural practitioners that have a very different take according to the local context.
And this is what we do.
So I'm very much pleased to be here, to be part of this event, and I'm really happy that there is such an interest in this topic, and that you actually were able to bring so many interesting people together to take part here live.
I see this as very important and sustainable for the whole artistic community, because if we are the only one or we are just few, then the artist has no possibility to share their project.
Yeah, the elasticity is the magic word. Yeah. And the collaboration.
So seeing that this movement has started with individuals, now it's also diluting into the society as well.
That's another aspect of the community, that we have to be maybe not a major group, but just really small groups and spread worldwide.
But you really want to see what the interplay, the entanglement of species in the cultural world as a metaphor will bring forth.
You don't know what your message is as an artist. You're not trying to propound some propagandist message, so you're not really sure how it's going to be received. It is like rowing a landlocked boat backwards through time or something like that.
To inspire you, other communities, to establish the same platform that is supporting artists in their investigation and production, using biomedia, working with non-human living beings.
If you want to be poetic, a constellation is actually a group of isolated stars. So in order to have that consistency, in order to have that beauty and perspective of the entire map, we have to be strong in our own position. And sometimes it's not the most fashionable place to be. But that's why there are new media, that's why we can at least have a conversation online and try to support each other.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, that's it.
So one thing.
And I'm very happy to be here. This is my first time in Novi Sad.
Hello? Okay, so look.
Of course.
Anja Janko, researcher in humanities and, well, let's say freelance curator.
Thank you for being here. So the floor is yours.